Good morning, it's Shanna. I'm going to do the mid-year tarot tag by Chanel Days. I've seen a bunch of people doing it and these tags are fun. And I didn't make a video last week because I was out of town with my daughter, so I feel like I should do 2 videos this week. Mostly because I want to, not because I actually feel like I have to. Anyway, let's just get right into it because I feel like this might take a minute. Also, it's my day off. I'm in comfy, baggy things, and that's what we're doing today. So, first deck is a deck I've used the most so far in 2024, and I would be lying if I didn't say that the deck I used the most, or have used the most, is mine. The Little Bird Tarot. I think I've got like 4 of these at my house now. The first draft that I wrote notes on, and then the second and third draft, as you do. So, just a quick few little flips. For obvious reasons, this is the deck I've used the most this year. For various things, for marketing, because I love it, and because it's kind of a good seasonal deck for right now. So yeah. Okay. A new deck that came into my collection. Okay, so this is, I guess I would say this was a unicorn deck. Although to be completely honest, I didn't really have unicorn decks until last week. And I definitely have one on my list, which we won't get into right now. Actually, we will get into it in this video because that's one of the prompts. Anyway, the Color Mage Oracle was an out-of-print deck that the creator recently just reprinted. So, of course, I jumped on the bandwagon, I ordered the deck, and I got it, and I was a little disappointed that the text was, for the most part, ineligible, not readable. And a lot of people had that same complaint. It was something that it's always been that way. That's just the way they created the deck. So I guess A, why are people complaining? Because we already knew. There's dozens of YouTube videos out there that explain it. And B, why the creator didn't change it before they sent the reprint, I don't know. However, the creator was gracious, and literally, I think the plan was to create a second edition from the beginning of this reprint, but because so many people complained about it, anyone who ordered that reprint was sent a replacement deck of the second edition. No charge, or at least I wasn't, so I assume most people weren't, or nobody was. I don't know that, I'm just making assumptions. So I gave the original printing, the original first edition, to my daughter because she gets all my hand-me-downs. Anything that she likes that I don't want anymore, she takes. So this is the Color Mage. They've revamped the text, which I'll be honest, we're so picky, tarot readers. I preferred the font of the first one. I just wish they had done this color so that it was more readable. This feels big and a little distracting. These are the backs. They are a little different from the original. But overall, I like it. It's pretty. I think I've figured out how I want to use it, how it works for me. So that's been nice. There is was there expansion? I think there's an expansion. Or was that just the first? I don't remember if this, it says 108 cards. So I know in the first edition there was a main deck, and then there was a smaller like sub deck that had these, this was one of them, these kind of like grungy looking ones versus like a solid color. So in the first edition this was an expansion, but I don't know for sure that they weren't all just included in the second edition. You would have to check their website. Obviously I'll link everything below. But yeah, I really like it. It's kind of cool. It's something different. I don't have anything else like it. So I would say this is the new deck that came into my collection. And I'm sorry, but that is gorgeous. Love it. Okay, and I've just made a mess here because I was not paying attention to how I was laying them down. So that's cool. Garbage truck has impeccable timing. But that's okay. Sorry for the sniffles. Again, allergies, blah, blah, blah. And since I'm sitting right here, I'm just gonna put stuff away as I can. Okay. Most anticipated deck that was released this year. So I don't have it yet. I'm under the impression that we should be seeing shipping notices soon, and that's the Victorian Fairy Tarot. I briefly talked about it before. It wasn't one that I originally wanted, but when they re-released it, I was like, yeah, I need to just have that in my collection. So that is it. No one has it yet, and I'm really, really excited for it. Okay, biggest disappointment. I don't really have any disappointments, honestly. Even the ones that I don't intend to keep weren't really a disappointment, but this one was. It was kind of meh, and I was disappointed. I bought it hoping that it would suit as a pairing for my Little Bird Tarot, but it's the Bird Vibes Meditation cards, and the artwork is pretty. But it feels kind of, I don't know, like it's got this kind of sketchy thing on it, and I can't tell if that's actually part of, the person's artwork. Like, are these prints of her work, or did they just do that to make it look painterly? I don't know, but it takes me out of the card. And it's a chakra deck, and I don't work with chakras, so it's just, I'm like, meh. But I've kind of held on to it because I do like the artwork. So then I'm like, well, maybe I'll put keywords on it. I don't know. I mean, it's birds. I love it. Like, some of these are so pretty. But, and then part of me is like, well, keep it because you don't have any other chakra cards or, chakra decks. You should just hold on to it. That one's pretty. This guy's pretty. I don't know. It's in my drawer where I keep all the decks I probably won't keep. I mean, look at this guy. So, I love the colors. It's like bright, but not obnoxiously overly saturated. So I don't know. I haven't decided. But yeah, this was kind of a disappointment. I thought I would pull it open and fall in love with it, and I didn't. I don't know. And I need a drink, so sorry. Okay. Biggest surprise. And that is the Gentle Tarot. I've spoken about this deck a couple times. Everyone else has also spoken of this deck for a few years now since it's come out. It's beautiful. It's lovely. Easy to work with. Perfect cardstock. And it just came into my collection, I don't know, 3 months ago or something. I knew it was going out of print. I had heard that some of the designs, some of the design choices would be changed, and I knew that I liked it well enough that if they were going to be changing the design, I wanted to get this version. So I did, and I really, really, really enjoy it. I don't use it a ton. I don't have a specific job for it or anything. I feel like my eyes are distracting, but yeah, it was a surprise because, like I said, I put it off. It's one of those, we've all been there. It's one of those that's really popular that you're like, I don't need that. I don't want that. I'm not that kind of tarot reader, blah. But yeah, I enjoy it. It's lovely to work with. So that is the Gentle Tarot. And it's funny, I feel like the last few months this has gotten popular, or like it's sort of re-emerged as being talked about. I know Annette at Project Refined Life has talked about it. I know Benny over at The Fool's Apprentice just received it and loves it, so it's a good one. Okay, next is a deck crush. Deck I'm in love with. That is the Coastal Curiosities. This is another one that I was like, I don't need it. It's not really my style. Blah, blah. And then I went out of print and I was like, uh-oh, I think I need that. So I went on the hunt for it, found it on eBay. Took about half a second to think about it and hit the buy button, and it is mine. The pocket edition is still available. This is the full size, but the pocket edition is available, and I think, no, ignore me. I don't know what I was going to say. But yeah, I love this one. It looks really pretty with the Little Bird Tarot, which, like I said, that's my most used deck, so I have used this a lot. It's beautiful with Oceanum Arcana. Is that it? Yeah. It's perfect. And I love that the artist, well, I think the artist lives here in Oregon, or at least on the Pacific Northwest coast, because I'm also in Oregon, so that's kind of cool. I like that concept. So, I'm losing the strap there. Also, I blow dried my hair this morning, and it's always really frizzy after I blow dry, so ignore that. And if you hadn't noticed until I said something, well, you're welcome. Now you can't unsee it. Oops, oh shoot. I lost my, there we go. Oh no, come back. Okay. I've got my iPad up. Okay. Deck crush. Oh, favorite tarot card. Okay, so that is, I know this is not against the rules, but I know some of us who've created decks also choose a card out of our own deck, so I'm gonna do the same because I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna show a couple favorites because I can. Oh, maybe, okay. There's so many. Okay, how about 3? I think I have 3 that come to mind immediately. Of course, it's going to be on the bottom. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh gosh, maybe there's 4. No, now I'm just being silly. Okay, so the first one is the Devil. I just love him. I love the long tail feathers. To me, that sort of symbolizes or mimics the chains in the Rider-Waite tarot for the Devil, that bondage. I love him. I love the flowers. That's the first one. The second one, 4 of Swords. I don't know, just this image is so pretty and peaceful and soft and gentle. And I just love that. I love the feeling it evokes. There's that. And my third favorite, and I think this one is a, what's the word? I think it's the composition of this crane on this card. It was like she was made to be on this card, this Queen of Cups. I love her. Did I say crane? Am I crazy? Is that right? You would think, having created this deck, that I remember. Oh, look. Heron. Thank you. I was like, pelican. It's not a pelican. Heron. Forgive me. Okay. Next is a deck that makes me happy. And that is the Goblins and Gardens tarot deck. This is by Jonathan Williams. Sasha. Hopefully that's not backwards. If it is, you know where to find the stuff. This one's just nice. I like using it in June. I like to use it. I feel like I used it for a specific reading the other day. I don't know. Regardless, I am not a huge D&D player. I do play. I have multiple characters written up. I have sketches of characters drawn for me. I'm not a very good player, but I play because my husband plays, and it is fun. I'm just not very good at it. So when I saw this, and it's gardens, and it feels summery, it just makes me happy. It's like a good mood deck, I guess, to coin Don Michelle's. But it does. It just makes me happy. I like the colors. I love a deck that's bright and colorful, but that isn't oversaturated. At least in my opinion, this is not oversaturated. But yeah, it just makes me happy. And I really enjoy the guidebook. Honestly, it's just the tiniest little thing. Oops. But the things he writes in it are just brilliant. Let's see, for the star. Do you remember the first plant you met? Do you think it remembers you? Can you imagine living out eons before even meeting a plant? Follow your heart and walk with open arms into the future. Move with peace. Hugging a star must be like finding home in places you've never been, or recognizing someone you've never met. We have all been a part of the same cosmic stuff at some point in time. After all, we are just massive molecular dragnets, stardust to stardust. It's brilliant. It's good. Makes me happy. Okay, most beautiful deck this year. Uh-oh, did I skip one? I think I did. Okay, I'm going to pause because I did not grab a deck. Okay, that only took 4 seconds. Most beautiful deck that came out this year. Don't be mad at me that I'm going to talk about this one again. Tarot Landscapes. This artwork is really kind of amazing. I just lost my iPad again. There we go. Artist. Shoot, she's not on here. Edited by Francesca Mattioni. Illustrations by Yoshi Mari. They both, I believe, can be found on Instagram. This deck took me by surprise. Was there another one that biggest surprise? Well, I guess this wasn't the biggest surprise, but look how pretty that is. Not only just in color, but in emotion and this like sense of quiet. In literally every card. So pretty. So yeah, most beautiful deck this year. This has my vote. Okay. What deck do I want by the end of the year or are still waiting on? So I'm not totally sure. I'm not sure if the way I'm answering this is quite the way that the question was intended, but this comes back to my unicorn deck that I really want, ideally by the end of the year. And that is the Elvine Oracle by, and I don't know how to say her name, so I'm sorry, that Actus Bayman, the creator of Outgrow Yourself Oracle, Tarot Oracle. I'd seen the Elvine Oracle around a few times and I was like, oh, it's kind of cool, whatever. I don't know. But for whatever reason, I saw it, I want to say maybe it was on Cassandra's channel a couple weeks ago. I don't know, she showcased it or just flipped through it really quick, and I am now obsessed officially. I have alerts set on every selling platform that you can think of. So yeah, that is my unicorn deck, and hopefully by the end of the year I'll have it. Who knows? Might be a never thing, but if you have it and you're interested in selling it, let's chat. Okay. Which deck hasn't been used yet but you want to work with this year? So that is going to be my Smoke Ash and Embers. The Smoke Ash and Embers was not one that I originally wanted. I did purchase the Oak Ash and Thorn and love it. I love that deck. It's so pretty. But when I ordered it, I feel like they were on sale and I thought, you know what? Actually, that's not true. How did this go down? Because I know you're dying to know. I think I ordered Oak Ash and Embers, Oak Ash and Thorn. And then later I realized I wanted the coin that they had come out with, which actually is this right here. So cute. And so I went to order this and I was like, you know what? I love Adam Oler's artwork enough. I also have the Soul Cats. Yeah, Soul Cats, and that's his artwork. So I thought, you know, I'm just gonna get it. I love his artwork. I'll be sad if I don't have all of them, but I have not worked with it, and I feel like this is a very summery deck. I feel like I could potentially work with this in July, when usually I work with the B Tarot in July. But this year I might shake things up a little bit and get to know this one a little, because it's so pretty. And I think, I'm sorry I keep bringing it up, I think it would work well with the Little Bird Tarot. I haven't paired them yet, but I think their vibe would be nice together. So yeah, I don't know why I'm doing it like that. Anyway, everybody's seen this deck, right? But it is one I would like to get to know more. Oh man, yeah. Anyway, that's that. And favorite video I've made is probably the Tarot for Your Age hashtag. I know a couple have participated. It was my favorite. I think about it all the time, which is weird. Do you ever think about videos you've made? Anyway, basically the premise is showcasing a tarot deck that you would have used for any phase of your life. I kind of went in decades because I'm old enough to do that, to have a handful of decades. And then I took it one decade beyond where I'm at, and it was a lot of fun to kind of think about what deck I would have liked to use for that phase of my life. So yeah, I will link that below, put it in the cards, all the things. So this was fun and short, and I'm happy with it. So thank you for hanging out with me again, and I will catch you guys next week. Bye.